Hello everyone, my name is Clantis and welcome to the clan. So without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we get into the video, smash me the like button, guys, because as you can see, we are actually growing. We are fetching another 10,000 subscribers or members of the clan. I apologize for calling you subscribers. You are the honorable members of the clan. I need to get that through my thick skull. But anyways, guys, let's get to the Gauteng High Court at the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial because drama. Drama. Even though I felt that the judge was being pretentious when he was chastising Baloy for wasting the court's time. But I thought to myself, listen, I enjoyed Captain Masetla's lecture taking, especially me, down biology memory lane, because this is a subject that I used to enjoy, particularly this particular subject, DNA. I totally enjoyed it. I could have created a whole human being outside of a human body. That's how much I was interested in DNA back in high school. There's a story that I also like to tell about biology back in my high school. So my high school used to be an all-boys school. There were no girls, just all-boys school. But my biology teacher was a woman, funny enough. But anyways, biology used to take place like the first two periods after the second break. I don't know how other high schools used to have breaks. We used to have the first break, which was almost like tea time, you can call it. And then we had the main break, which was called second break for us. So many boys will eat a lot during the second break. And then when it's time for biology and other subjects, boys will fall asleep. Why? Because they are full and digestion does make you tired. So the school decided, you know what, we're going to move biology class the first two periods, which were occupied for Afrikaans or maybe languages like Afrikaans or English, the first two periods. So now it was moved to the first two periods so that we do not fall asleep. And in English and Afrikaans, then we're taken where biology period used to be. So that's just a little story I wanted to talk about because for some reason it makes a lot of people bored. And then I could see with the judge yesterday, as well as Advocate Ramosipili, they were falling asleep during the testimony or evidence in chief of Captain Masetla. So that kind of like reminded me of that. But anyways, guys, I thought let me just share this little story. Let's get to the Gauteng High Court. As I said, Captain Masetla wrapped his testimony, which I felt was so helpful, not only to the court, but to the defense, because, whoa, to me, I want to say very, very clear. Zandile Khumalo, Mthokozisi Tshwala, as well as Tumelo Madlala, when they testified, they told the court that one of the intruders, they were wearing a hat. And during a scuffle between Makhumalo, Zandile, and Mthokozisi, or was it Tumelo Madlala, using a crutch, and they were hitting at this suspect. Remember, this suspect was suspect number 1 who was carrying a gun. So they were hitting him with the crutches, and the hat fell off. And then that hat, it was collected as evidence, and therefore DNA samples needed to be abstracted from that particular evidence, together with other swabs that they took in the house. And here we find ourselves with Captain Masetla, who did the DNA testing on the hat as well as the swabs that were taken at the murder scene of Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October 2014. So of course he went on a long numbering type of testimony, which of course many of us will be like gibberish. But it's very important to the court as well as the evidence that was being submitted to the court. But in essence, to me, that is the most crucial part of why there are 5 men on the dock stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa. If one of them indeed was wearing one of the evidence, meaning the hat, therefore, and if the DNA matches the hat of one of the 5, therefore meaning to me that, let's look at, or let's put glasses on the 5 men that stand accused. So y'all been telling us that you've never been to the Khumalo house, and how come the hat belongs to one of y'all. And I was waiting for that. You guys, you did hear my videos, 2 videos where I was saying that it looks like the DNA is going to zoom in on accused number 2 and accused number 3. Boy, was I wrong, because the DNA that was found on the hat belonged to none of the 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa, which now takes us back to the question, who killed Senzo Meyiwa? And which also takes us back to why the 6 people that were with Senzo Meyiwa are not charged and then brought to the very same court as co-accused number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And just to add some little spice to all of this, why wouldn't Sizwe Zungu be called or charged and also thrown as accused number 12? No, just saying. I'm just saying. And then did you hear the part about a DNA sample that was found in a Khumalo house that did not belong? It was that of a female, but it did not belong to Makhumalo, Zandile Khumalo, nor did it belong to Kelly Khumalo, but somebody else. When I heard that, I was like, now, there are some questions that I have in mind. Who is this female individual that was in the Khumalo house? And why the 6 people did not mention that there were actually 8 of them that were with Senzo Meyiwa on that particular night? So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's highly possible, because it's a Saturday, that Makhumalo may have had a visitor in the morning or during the day before the kids came later on during the day. Or this individual was one of the people that were with Makhumalo as well as the kids. Meaning, when I say the kids, I'm talking Zandile Khumalo, Kelly Khumalo, Senzo Meyiwa, Tumla Madlala, all those people. That's what I mean. And then why did they omit that individual out of all of this that has happened in the Khumalo house? And for what purposes are they keeping this person's identity out of it? Or I am thinking that DNA either belongs to Mapiri. Remember Mapiri? She cleaned the crime scene. If it does not belong to Mapiri, it belongs to somebody that cleaned the crime scene before Mapiri completed cleaning the crime scene. And I am zooming in on Themba Khumalo's wife. What are the possibilities there? Or when Makhumalo and what's her name, Tapseng, came back from the hospital, while the police were busy cleaning, investigating the scene and collecting evidence, is it possible that Tapseng may have gone to the bathroom because she did not think that this might actually be swabbed and used the bathroom, because that's where the DNA was found? Is it possible? Comment down below and let me know, what do you think the scenario is of the ones that I just mentioned right now? Because we need that female's name and identity. Who is she that was found, or whose DNA was found apart from that of Zandile, Makhumalo, and Kelly Khumalo in the Khumalo house? That is what I'm interested in. But other than that, Judge Rata felt that Advocate Baloyi actually wasted the court's time, when in fact all he could have done is take this evidence and submitted it. And he does not believe that the defense would have had a problem, because the defense did not have a problem with the testimony of Captain Masetla. They did not dispute anything regarding the testimony of Captain Masetla. As a matter of fact, if anything, they only wanted to ask questions of clarity here and there. I also understood why those questions needed to be answered, because there was a part where he would say that, for example, Ntanzi's DNA is found here. And then I'm like, found here? Where was it found? Only to find out that actually they took swabs. So that when they talk about the DNA was found here, they're talking about the swabs that were taken from his mouth, not the DNA samples that were found on the crime scene. So that needed to be cleared so that there will be no dark cloud hanging over on any of the 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa. Which now brings back to the question, who killed Senzo Meyiwa? And why are there 5 men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa? Which comes back to what I've been saying since the beginning, or when the this trial starting maturing. And then I was like, I don't think the state has a case here. And it's becoming more and more and more evident that the state does not have a case. And I am saying DNA, the DNA results are the crucial. This is like a closing argument type of evidence that was brought before this court. And then none of the five, nobody that is stands accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa, DNA was found in the crime scene or on the crime scene. So now what does this leave us? Or where does this leave us? What's going on with my English? Where does this leave us? Me thinks the defense at this point, I think it's mature enough for them to apply for Section 174, where this entire case just gets dismissed, or the judge himself dismisses the case, or Baloyi himself just bite the bullet. It's not going to be embarrassing or cause a dent in his career to withdraw the case against the five men that stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa and go for the real people that may have killed Senzo Meyiwa. These are 6 people, possibly 7 people that were with Senzo Meyiwa on the 26th of October, 2014. So now the question is, I'm sure all of us are asking these questions, but the members of the clan, they have a suggestion together with me. So who does this hat belong to? The Scotch hat belongs to. So the clan and myself suggests that Longo Twala and Sizwe Zungu must be asked to donate their DNA because we want to see something. Just something, not too many things we want to see. We just want to see something. That's all. Longo Twala and Zungu, Sizwe Zungu. You know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that's Zungu. That's Zungu. We want to see something. Me and the honorable members of the clan wants or at least suggests that Longo Twala as well as Sizwe Zungu be asked to donate their DNAs because we want to see something. Right? And then the other suggestion, in fact, this is not a suggestion, this is a demand as a matter of fact. The National Prosecuting Authority issue out a warrant of arrest for Kelly Khumalo, Zandile Khumalo, Gladness Khumalo, Tumelo Madlala, Mthokozisi Twala, and Longwe Twala and Zungu be arrested, and this time around the investigators do their job properly. And one of the jobs that they need to do properly is collecting DNA samples from all of them, because we want to find the owner of that hat. The owner of that hat is the one that the 3 eyewitnesses say they were busy bashing him with Tumelo's crutches. That is the owner of that hat. We know now that it does not belong to any of the 5 men stand accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa, because the DNAs that were found there do not match. Does not match them at all. So at the end of the day, guys, it was a great first half of the court day today, even though I felt the judge was a little bit hilarious. Did you see how mad he looked during Masetla's testimony? Did you see Advocate Baloyi? He was fuming inside. I could have sworn he was sweating Gwabini's bullets. I could have sworn. But anyways, I'm just trying to be funny. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be funny. I'm sorry about that. But they looked so disappointed. So much so that the judge, after Masetla's testimony, I don't know whether he was trying to discredit Masetla himself, to say, you are not a real DNA expert, and are you? Because he mentioned that the real DNA experts would have come across this type of evidence and this type of results would have come. I thought that was so unnecessary, very hurtful, very petty, and very unjudge-like, to be honest. I was like, why would you do that to a whole human being? Not only is he a human being, this is a man who has built a career out of this, and you are trying to discredit him and make him feel small as a data or a DNA analyst, this tiny. I thought that was unnecessary. I don't know what you did, what you thought about those questions. And yet after that, you was like, no, this was just a matter of interest. This is just a matter of interest before I'm being told that I'm also a mathematician. Of course, talking to the YouTubers that are saying that he is a biased judge and he's presiding over a case that is no longer fair to the accused. So I felt that was so petty of the judge. I think he has a hateful heart. Anyways, those are my opinions. Anyways, I'm not saying that it's true. It's just an opinion. So right after Captain Masetla's testimony, then another witness took the stand by the name of Henry Mulder. This is the HR manager of Sibanye Gold. Is it Sibanye? I don't know if I heard properly. Sibanye Gold, where accused number 2 used to work. And so they were going through the history of his access and exits of his employment. I'm not going to do a video right now until the full picture has been cleared, because I'm not quite sure what that testimony is all about. But I think they're trying to prove that on the 26th of October 2014, he was not at work. Yes, we did hear from his side, even though it's not officially in court, that on that weekend he had gone back home to pay lobola for his girlfriend. And that is why we kept asking for bank statements. And just before the court adjourned, in fact, the court adjourned out of the blue, and then it never came back after adjourning, because they were supposed to get hold of Henry Mulder, because Advocate Mnisi had some confused look on his face about what was going on, and now that Baloyi was introducing new evidence regarding accused number 2's bank statement. And then I think he was reading an affidavit from the manager of Capitec Bank. And it was quite interesting, because we were all like, okay, if the judge wants the payslip of accused number 2 from this Mr. Henry person, then at the same time, we should also get the bank statements of accused number 2 that he was in KZN to pay lobola for his girlfriend. And then, of course, withdrawals would have been made in KwaZulu-Natal, which would prove that he was never near Vosloorus on the 26th of October 2014, because he would be busy wedding his girlfriend traditionally in KwaZulu-Natal. So, of course, Advocate Mnisi threw a spanner in this entire situation, where the judge again looked annoyed and said, okay, because Mnisi wants to cross-examine the previous witness, which is Mulder, then he ordered that he be called back or recalled to the stand so that Mnisi will cross-examine him. And unfortunately, from what we heard, his cell phone was still switched off and probably even left the High Court premises itself. And so they adjourned 5 minutes to get hold of Mulder, but they never came back. So I think a full video is going to come tomorrow regarding this whole situation about accused number 2, together with his bank statement, if indeed he was in KwaZulu-Natal on the 26th of October 2014. This is going to be interesting, because I did see accused number 2's facial expression. He looked relieved. Almost like, oh, finally, I'm going to be exonerated from this bull stuff that is going on in this court, because I think he is confident that on the 26th of October 2014, he may have made withdrawals. Yes, there will be lots of withdrawals on the day of lobola. Trust me, I know. I've been Umkongi before, and I make a mean negotiator. If you ever want to hire me, if they say 50 grand for a daughter, I will switch it down. I know how to switch it down. No, don't hire me. Don't hire me. I'm pretty aggressive when I'm doing lobola negotiations. Pretty aggressive. I know how to mess them up here. So no, don't hire me as your mkongi at all. But anyways, I think that is why he looks so relieved, because he knows that there was probably lots of withdrawals that took place, because it's a celebration and he's going to wed his girlfriend. and then probably they withdrew the money that they were going to pay for lobola, and they also withdrew money to buy umvulamlomo, wichisemtini, and all that stuff, and all, and that would have also taken place during this ceremony. So yeah, I think he's very relieved, and I'm also feeling a little bit relieved seeing him relieved when the bank statements by Baloyi was being read. In fact, that affidavit was being read by the manager of the bank. Other than that, we'll see tomorrow, guys. If you like the video, give it a like. If you like the video, give it a like. Anyways, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. I also want to thank everybody that's super thanking the channel. Thank you so much for the super thank that I got today. Guys, thank you for supporting this channel financially. I highly appreciate it. This is hard work. I do have a 9 to 5. And on top of that, I have y'all. Because I love you guys. I want you to be informed about all that is going on in this country's judicial system as well as criminal justice system. Yeah, so far we are holding everybody accountable, and I love that. Leave a comment down below and let me know what did you think about today's court procedure. And if you liked something or didn't like something, what do you think about Masetla's testimony? Because sadly, I saw him being a popular person. Once again, people always start with, he's lying, and then when he's telling the truth, oh yeah, he's telling the truth. That is why it's so important to listen first. Listen all the way through, and then when you pick up a lie, then you say, this is a lie. Okay, guys, do share this video far and wide. Also, do not forget to support other YouTubers, guys, by smashing the like button on their videos and also subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching. See you next time with a new video. Goodbye.